Welcome, everybody. I mostly do some gaming, video gaming related stuff, but I have many interests in Magic the Gathering. Happens to be one of those, more specifically Commander. Um, so, what I wanted to do today, and I think maybe moving forward, might make it into like a Magic Mondays type of thing. So, I wanted to just kind of do a deck building piece around one of the new Marvel commanders from the super drop that was um, on Monday, and also maybe kind of give my 2 cents on kind of what happened. I know I'm probably kind of late to the party here, where we're going into Friday, and this was on Monday, and I'm sure you've already seen this from your more favorite YouTubers, the bigger ones who specifically do Magic the Gathering. So before I do that, what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to create a new deck around Captain America, with the theme of all shields. So I'm going to have like your basic, probably going to have your basic equipment matters staples that will be in the deck. But then I'm just going to try to go through and see if I can find any shields that could work for the build. One of the things that will definitely make this easier is if we just go to EDH Rec and then do a quick search for the Captain America. Sorry, my cat. He's just trying to lay down here. He keeps knocking around my mouse, as cats do. So we'll just do a quick search for Captain America. It looks like I was already building. Which deck is this? Did I pick the commander for this guy? What? Oh, okay. I know. I think this was for a different enchantress deck. None of these are the commander though. That's weird. Oh well. So yeah, Captain America. Part of what he does is he has a throw ability where you pay 3 to unattach an equipment that he's holding. He basically throws it and deals damage equal to that equipment's mana value, divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. So you can kind of imagine this as like he's throwing his shield and it's kind of like ricocheting or bouncing from like 1 to 3 different targets. And then his second ability is catch. So at the beginning of combat, you get to attach a target equipment you control. So it's basically you spend the 3 mana, you throw the shield, it ricochets between 1, 2, or 3 different creatures, and then when you go into combat, it reattaches to you, and now basically Captain America is in your monster's face, ready to throw down with his weapon. So what I'm just going to go ahead and do is I'll click equipment here because I want stuff that is equipment matters. And with EDH Rec, they'll show a lot of the good newer cards that you might like. I do have dissection tools. I don't know how well this would work because I guess you do circumvent the sacrifice a creature equipment cost on that, and it does cost 5. But is it a shield? I don't see a shield in that image anywhere, so that's not going to be helpful for us. So what I will do is I'm going to click here for the average deck, and this will give us just like an average of all those things. So I'm going to export it, plain text, over here into, I use Architect. So we'll just say we're going to make a new deck, and then you and the Captain make it happen. So that looks good. We'll go ahead and click on the create a deck. We'll do the text import, and then we'll just do the old copy paste, save changes, and then it will import all those cards into our architect. And then what we'll have to do is make it through the ads and click the save button. Wait for it to do that. To go to categories. I like categories multiple. It kind of gives me a oh, yep, sure did. And there's. Oh, look at that. I figured it out. Now, part of why it's yelling at us is that we don't have a commander set yet. So what we need to do is make this guy. First, we got the foil, and we set commander. And now it's still going to yell at us because some of these are not released yet. The Leyline Axe and the Evmizet. These guys are part of the upcoming set, but they will be soon. Straight up, set them to. But yeah, I guess I want to do type, so I can separate them out into artifacts. 27 artifacts. So not a shield. Gonna remove that. That's a mana rock. It's fine keeping the mana rock. Color, not a shield. And so we're just gonna kind of go through all this. Captain America stripping. Interesting in concept, but not a shield. I mean, no, that's a battering ram. That's not a shield. Don't need it. Get it out of here. For the Sunforger hammer, I guess he did use the Thor's hammer in the movies, but is it necessary here? Maybe we'll keep it in now tentatively. We'll go ahead and keep single-handed hammers. If we find enough shields, then we'll just kind of remove them as we do that. Axe, not a shield. Don't want it. What am I looking at here? Say not a shield. I'm going to wager. Hammer. We said hammer works. It's only. I mean, he gets buffed, but this is part of what we're looking at here. So I mean, he can hit really hard and probably get like some like commander damage going. Oh, here's Mjolnir. I guess we can go ahead and keep that one for now. Staff, not a shield. Lightning greaves are protection's probably always going to be okay to have. Ace, hammer adjacent, but also not a shield. So not going to work for our case here. Sword, also not a shield. That's not one. Don't know what that is, but it's definitely not what we're looking for. Isn't this one? Pretty sure this one is the reskin of the, yeah. So this one is a special case because it comes and it says shield on it. And I will fight you for this one. This one is okay. Because of a technicality. It's another hammer. Sword, no thank you. Mithril coats, not a shield. I guess technically these are forms of shields for your body. Sword, not a shield. Spear, also not a shield. We have removed 16? Did I remove 16 cards? Can we find 16 shields? Is the question. So, let's get hunting. Actually, let's see what they have in the if they have anything in the newer set. The newer set's coming out that might be beneficial for us. Let's see. So we'll do foundations. Foundations Commander. Didn't even know that they made Commander decks and foundations. And then we're going to filter by equipment. Now we don't. Artifact. I don't know if that's gonna matter. And we'll see what we got here. As far as blade, nope. It's armor. That's not quite where we're looking. That's a hammer. We can come back to that if we can't find a. Oh look, these tools. That's pretty funny. Yeah, none. Looks like coming through in next kind of sets. So yeah, I mean, as we're looking at Captain America here, you probably saw that just the non-foil version of him was going for like $50-something, which is pretty big, it's pretty high up there. The whole thing that happened on Monday was kind of just like it was a debacle that happened, and it wasn't great for a lot of people, myself included. I guess I was more blissfully ignorant of what was going on. To the point that I wasn't aware that this was happening. So basically, like, I got in the queue, and I guess before I even got into queue, I waited for the timer to go down. I hit the add to cart button, and then clicked on my cart. But for some reason, it didn't actually add the items to my cart, so I had to go back to the page and re-add the items to my cart. And by that time, it was probably about 8 seconds had gone by before I got into the queue. And with that, I thought I was done. I thought for sure that I was not going to get any of the. I thought for sure I wasn't gonna get any of the Marvel stuff, just by how fast those items typically go. So yeah, sitting there in the queue. Of course, I said it was like over an hour, which is kind of normal. It got down to 15 minutes. My queue got down to 15 minutes, and then it jumped up to over an hour. And then the website went down. So I figured there must have been something going on. Like, why would my queue jump up? And then now we were in this position of playing the waiting game for an hour for them to fix everything. Everything came back, and now I was back in queue, and everything seemed like it was going to be okay. Timer started coming back down again, so I was kind of frustrated by the fact that I had to, kind of wait through all that stuff again. But did it anyway, and get to 15 minutes again, and then suddenly another huge spike. Like, I just jumped right back up to over an hour. I'm like, what the heck is going on with this queue? So just sit there waiting again for another hour or so, and then finally I get to the end of the line. I go in, and fortunately, even with all that was going on, I I was able to get everything I wanted in the foil. Um, and also they still had some of the arcane signets left over, so I was still fortunate enough to get an arcane signet. Now I'm uh, as I find out 2 days later, um, I was one of the probably the luckier ones, and I wasn't even sure that I was going to be that lucky. Um, that looks like a shield, and it's in our color identity. Add, and it's also removal, so like that. Um, so yeah, I consider myself pretty lucky to the point that um, I was able to get myself in, um, and even with like the whole having to re-click and re-add and everything, I was still able to get what I wanted. Then everybody starts coming out and talking about like how um, how this was a fiasco, and I could see where a lot of the bitterness comes from, because if I feel like if I was in that kind of position where I assuming that my stuff got added to cart and I was in that line within 3 seconds, that it should be okay, and then I don't get the stuff, I'm feeling disappointed on that day. And then when I find out like maybe a day or two later that, oh hey, there was actually people cutting line, then I would probably be like, oh yeah, I'm like super super bitter. So I can see where a lot of people are just kind of upset with that piece of it. Um, so this is just kind of one of the problems um, with where the secret layer drops are now, that you have to be there. Like I woke up early, an hour and a half, walk down to the corner store, get my 2 breakfast burritos, come home, munch on them, uh, power myself up with like a good energy drink, and prepare for the slog of waiting for my turn in the queue. Then you either get the items. I've been fortunate enough that where I've gotten everything that I've been wanting to get. But there's always, especially with one this big, there's going to be people who are upset. I wouldn't be surprised if Wizard of the Coast doesn't do this, but they should at least have a second print run of it, just so the people who did get bumped out, that should have been able to get them, could have another shot at being able to get them. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Wizard of the Coast was really happy. It looked like with the outcome of how fast it sold out. And after all, I mean, like they are a company who just likes to make money, so maybe they will. Yeah, we can look at some items here. Shield, that's like, oh, that's not the symbol. It's not gonna. It's a shield, but it costs 0. It's not gonna deal any damage. That's 2. I mean, sure. That's another 0-1. That's the same shield. It's the same equip cost, and yeah, same. It's the same exact thing. How about you? Kite shield. Nope. Legendary. Is that a shield? Shield of Caldera, and it has a 4. And Captain America will be indestructible. I like the sound of that. Add to cart. This one was nothing. I mean, I'll add this one tentatively, I think. Oh, what do we got over here? Nope, that's Paladin Shield. Measure the creature you control. I mean, it's free. guess Captain America already has like a free attachment keys to him, but this just comes out and oh, you can flash it in. It's only 2 though, but it's kind of like chipping stuff away. So I guess I'll go ahead and add it in. Give me that paladin shield. Give me. We can see. We can see what else we have available just from just typing in shield. Oh my god! Look, there's 5. All damage that we will deal to you is dealt to equipped creatures. If you have that, make him indestructible. Heck yeah. Add that to cart. That would be funny to have a screaming shield, but I don't think that one is kind of sad. It's a very sad shield. Guess that could be cool. Shield of Righteousness. It's in our color identity. And has vigilance whenever a creature blocks a creature. That creature doesn't untap. I mean, that's workable, maybe. And has hexproof, and whenever a creature with death touch blocks or becomes blocked by this creature, destroy that creature. Right? I see, because it has Medusa there. That's a workable shield. Where are we at now? 92, so we need 8 more shields. Can we do it? Can we make it happen? It's like it'd be pretty difficult. Amazes me that shields aren't that popular of an equipment type. Seems like I could probably go out there and find any number of swords, maces, hammers, all the fun stuff. But shields, they're not so fun. They protect you. They don't do the cool stuff. I think I did try to do a quick search on my phone. Yeah, I mean maybe we've tapped the well of shields. I thought I found a cool thing. Okay, so we did look. We couldn't find anything more. I mean, part of me does want to maybe add like the 1 cost shields just to, you know, kind of fit with the theme. But hitting something for 1 feels sad. All right. Shield of the Avatar. Guess you get to make the cut. All right, where are we at now? We need 5 more. So I guess now we just go back and start looking for the maces. Anything that's a hammer or a mace. Deconstruction hammer. Only 1 cost. Dwarven hammer though. When Dwarven hammer enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 if you do create a Dwarf Berserker. Oh. We got that in there. I mean, this is the thing that we care about. Are there any of them? Oxidon or hammer? That one costs 3. That one also costs 3. Sacrifice the land. Thank you on that one. Hammer. Sledge. Piston Sledge. When Piston Sledge enters the battlefield, attach it to a target creature control. To equip it, sacrifice an artifact, so we can circumvent that equip cost. And it does hit for 3, so that's kind of within the range I'm looking for. So we're at 98, so we need two more critters somewhere on tap. Untap creatures. Or I guess not untap, but activates the abilities again. So I guess what I'm looking for is copy, target, activate. Nope, that's not the case. Mathematical genius, copy, target, activated, or trigger. Oh, you may choose new targets for the copy. I mean, he fits within your identity. Cool t-shirt. Counterspell, that's not in our color identity. Oh, plenty of those in here, so we'll go ahead and add that. And that will bring us to the 100. Now we got the 100. That's kind of the easier way of going through and making, just kind of making a deck. I just kind of did this because a lot of this is pretty standard for your equipment-based people. So if you're looking to add, or if you're looking to build a deck and you just don't really have much of an idea to go off of, just going on here, clicking the average deck, and if you're on a budget, you can just click on like the budget option here, and it'll give you all the cards that are pretty cheap. Or if you're just like, I'm a high roller, I have all the money in the world, you do that one. If you just hit any, it will give you all of those. Overall, I think I like what I'm seeing here. Some of these things are, I think we'll do good. I mean, probably a few things in here that I might pull out. Iron Man being in this deck. I mean, if we're creating treasures, or which he does create a treasure, or yeah, whenever he attacks, create a treasure, and then you can sacrifice it to kind of start this snowballing. So yeah, this is making a deck around Captain America, and maybe a little bit of a rant about like everything that kind of happened the other day, how people justifiably or maybe a little bit upset. Yeah, so what we could look forward to moving forward. Hopefully, Sacred Layer drops aren't going to be so hectic. It sounds like they did find and try to patch these fixes as they were coming up, but who knows? Technology is very very wild, and you might not be able to think of every single thing that could happen. And yeah, so I like it. We have shields. We have shields that we can throw at people. Hammers we can throw at people. If you're just like, I just want to go all shields and hammers, maybe you have some ideas for other shields. You could also maybe just go on theme with pulling everything that had the name shield in it to make a deck around it. Because I think, you could definitely do that too, where we can just go into card search, just type in shield, and just add all the creatures, artifacts, and all that stuff to make a 100-card deck. See if it works. As long as you have stuff to throw with Captain America, I think it'll be fine. All this stuff is just extra to help get you there. So yeah, hopefully you're able to get your hands on Captain America, and even if you weren't, proxy it. Even myself, I kind of just got bought into the FOMO, and it's Marvel, and I really like Marvel, and I really wanted to have these cards, and I got them. But even at the end of the day, I was like, I don't really need these cards. You can just proxy them if your play group is pretty okay with it. And as Commander as it is, I don't think I've really had too many people that were just like, that bad. Unless it's like an extremely broken card. Like I wouldn't go around proxying a Rustic Study to put in your decks. Even though I do it, I would not suggest you to do it because some of your friend groups will just be like, you know what, friendship over. Tired of heuristic studying bullshit. Also, it's kind of light on removal. So that would be the only thing maybe I would look at is increasing um, increasing my level of removal um, here. Typically 8 single target and 2 or 3 board wipes. I think are important to kind of have because I don't know how many times I've been in a situation where I've just 9 million scooties on the battlefield. I'm like, man, wish I had a board wipe to get rid of those scooties, but never salvation never happened. It never came, and you just get bitten to death by a bajillion scooties. So yeah, with that, we'll go ahead and call this video. If you like it, please leave a comment, give me the thumbs up. Otherwise, hopefully, this kind of chat slash deck building piece has been helpful for you. If you just like all the shield stuff and you don't like the rest of the stuff, that's perfectly fine too. Just take all the shields. It's like I want to be on theme with Captain America, and I wanted to make this a theme deck. So I also have a bunch of other decks if you guys want to look me up and see what some of my other decks are and leave those a like as well. I might also get in on this that they're having this deck building contest around these newer commanders for the jumpstart. So I'm pretty interested in maybe trying to build a deck around the Jelly Drover. Seems like could be fun. So kind of forces you to go into. No, I shouldn't say force, but it encourages you to go into flying and I guess not even flying, just big stuff that you can give flying. Flying on a commander, just giving your stuff flying with a commander and also making them stronger, that just seems pretty cool. So that might be some another video down the road. But other than that, yeah, we'll catch you guys next time.